Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get the latest notifications.
Hey everyone, we are now back with the daily current affairs series as we did in the year 2018. So, we are going to discuss the daily current affairs and the quiz related to it. In this video, I am going to discuss the most important questions for the February 18 and February 19, 2019. Apart from this, we have launched the Spotlight magazine, that is the combined monthly current affairs for the month of January 2019. You can just download the magazine from the website www.anujjindal.in, or what you can do is the link has already been provided in the description box below. You can just click on the link and download the magazine. This is the combined magazine for the monthly current affairs, and we'll soon come up with the similar magazine for the rest of the months as well. So let's look at the first question for the February 18 and 19 to quiz 2019. The first question is, which is the most digitally mature country in the world as per the Dell Technologies Digital Transformation Index? So recently this Digital Transformation Index has been conducted by the Dell Technologies, and it has been found out that India has emerged as the most digitally mature country in the world, where people believe that 91% approximately. So 91% people believe that the business leaders that the digital transformation should be more widespread as compared to the global figure of 78%. So if we look at the global figure, that is 78%, and in India 91% of the business leaders believe in digital transformation. Now if we look at this figure here, India, Brazil and Thailand, they have been categorized as the most digitally mature countries, and the least digitally mature countries are the Japan, Denmark and France. Apart from this, there are 5 barriers which have been found out in this index. The barriers to the digital transformation success in India. The first one is the data privacy and the security concerns, the different regulations or the legislative changes being conducted in the digital transformation. Next is the lack of the skill sets which are required. Along with this, there is the information overload in the digital industry. Therefore, there is required to minimize this information overload. The last parameter which has been found out is the weak digital governance and the structure. So these are some of the barriers to the digital transformation success in India. But as per this report, it was found out that India is the most digitally mature country in the world. The next question asks about the which of the following is the state animal of Punjab. Now there has been some news in the Hindu newspaper related to this animal, and therefore this question, the static question, has been stated over here. So it was found out that the black buck in the Abora Wildlife Sanctuary in Punjab, the Abora Wildlife Sanctuary, which is famous for the black bucks in Punjab, there was this serious threat from the stray animals, the stray cattle, the stray dogs, the habitat fragmentation, due to which the blackbucks are found in less number in this Abora Wildlife Sanctuary. So the answer for this question is that the state animal of Punjab is blackbuck, and due to the news about this blackbuck in the newspaper, the static question has been framed. So two things to note in this question. The first thing, that is the blackbuck is the state animal of Punjab, and another important part, that Abora Wildlife Sanctuary is located in Punjab. Now first we'll be discussing some of the important wildlife sanctuaries of Punjab. The first one being the Abora Wildlife. Next is the Harike Wildlife Sanctuary. The Harike Wildlife Sanctuary. Another one, the very important Bhir Bhatsau Wildlife Sanctuary. So these are some of the important wildlife sanctuaries of Punjab. Now if we talk about the different state animals, so Mithun is the state animal of Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland as well. If we come to the Asiatic lion, so it is the state animal of Gujarat and mainly found in the Gir forest reserves. The Gir forest reserves are famous for the Asiatic lion. Next one, the Indian giant squirrel. So Indian giant squirrel is the state animal of Maharashtra. So Maharashtra has the state animal Indian giant squirrel. If we talk about the swamp deer, so swamp deer are the state animals of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, it is known by the name Barasingha. Barasingha. So Mithun is the state animal of Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland, Asiatic lion of Gujarat, the Indian giant squirrel of Maharashtra, the swamp deer of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, and as per the news, the black buck is the state animal of Punjab. Moving on to the next very important question. So it is recently found that India has boosted the custom duty on all the goods imported from which country to 200%. So with the immediate effect, India has boosted the custom duty on all the goods imported from Pakistan to 200%. Even before boosting the custom duty, India has repealed for the most favored nation from the Pakistan. Most favored nation. Now, by withdrawing this most favored nation, or why was this most favored nation status taken away? Because of the heinous terrorist attack in the Pulwama district of Jammu and Kashmir, the India has decided to repeal this most favored nation from Pakistan, and in fact boosted the custom duty on all the goods which are imported from Pakistan to 200%. Now, after withdrawing the MFN status, this most favored nation status, India is no longer mandated to give the country, the Pakistan, the same treatment as all other members of World Trade Organization. So India is now not mandated to give Pakistan the same status as the other countries which are the members of the World Trade Organization. The next is Reserve Bank of India announced that it would transfer dash to the center as interim surplus for the half year ended December 2018. So recently, the Reserve Bank of India has announced that it would transfer 28,000 crore as the interim surplus to the center. Now, what happened was this amount, this 28,000 crore, will help center to meet the revised budget estimates, which basically includes the allocation for the first ever income transfers to the stressed farmers. So this would help the center to meet its budget estimates. Now we know that RBI follows this July to June accounting year, and it usually distributes the dividend in the month of August after the annual accounts are finalized. Now with this interim transfer of 28,000 crore, the total transfer to the center has been estimated as 68,000 crores. Now why 68,000 crores? Because earlier 40,000 crores has already been transferred in the month of August 2018. So if we consider the half yearly transfers or the half yearly surplus, the transfer which have been done by the Reserve Bank of India for fiscal 2018, then the total stands at 68,000 crores. Next and very important question is, who has been recently appointed as the new chairman of the CBDT? Here CBDT stands for the Central Board of Direct Taxes. So recently, Pramod Chandra Modi has been appointed as the chairman of the Central Board of Direct Taxes, and he has replaced Sushil Chandra. Now, why this name is important? Because Sushil Chandra has been appointed as the new election commissioner. So, Sushil Chandra is the current election commissioner, and Pramod Chandra Modi is the new chairman of the Central Board of Direct Taxes. Next question is, who has been recently appointed as the new brand ambassador of Puma? So Puma has appointed Mary Kom as the new brand ambassador, and she is the 6-time world champion. 6-time world champion. So Mary Kom has been appointed as the new brand ambassador of Puma. Next is, recently who has been awarded with the Shiv Chhatrapati Lifetime Achievement Award. So what the Maharashtra state government has recently announced the Shiv Chhatrapati Lifetime Achievement Awards, the different achievements awards, and for the Lifetime Achievement Award, both Uday Deshpande and Smriti Mandhana has been chosen. They have been awarded this Lifetime Achievement Award. Uday Deshpande, who is Uday Deshpande? He is the Malakam coach, and Smriti Mandhana is the women cricket team player. Recently, in the state of Maharashtra in Mumbai, the first World Malakam Championship was held, the first World Malakam Championship. So a question might come in examination where they might ask you, where was the first World Malakam Championship held? So it was held in Mumbai, and India is the winner, or India has been emerged as the champion of this first World Malakam Championship. So Uday Deshpande is the Malakam coach, and he has been awarded the Shiv Chhatrapati Lifetime Achievement Award with Smriti Mandhana. The next question is, Infosys has recently launched the next generation digital platform, and what is the name of the platform? So now the purpose of the platform is to facilitate the engineering students with the different and the best learning experiences by imparting the technical and professional knowledge. So this is what the aim of this platform is. Now Infosys, what is the name of this platform? So the name of the platform is InfiTQ. InfiTQ is the platform which has been launched by Infosys. So a question might come other way around, that InfiTQ has been launched by which organization or company for facilitating engineering students with the best learning experiences. So the name is Infosys has launched this InfiTQ. Another question is, which country, and the very important question, which country has recently developed the first walking robot to have navigational capabilities without GPS, named NABARD? So without using the global positioning system, that is without using the capabilities of GPS, the France has developed this ant-bot, which is the first walking robot to have the navigation capabilities without GPS, and it has been built on the lines similar to the desert ants, which actually use the polarized lights or the UV radiations to navigate the area. Now the question might come for the name of the robot as well. It's the ant-bot, and it has been developed by France. The last question for the February 18 and February 19 current affairs is that India's first full dome 3D digital theatre was inaugurated. First of all, this 3D or full dome 3D digital theatre was inaugurated in Science City in Kolkata, and it has been inaugurated by the Ministry of Culture, by the Union Culture Minister, that is Mahesh Sharma. So this is the first of its kind full dome 3D digital theatre which is launched in India, and it has been launched by the Ministry of Culture in Science City, so that people or the students now feel more inspired to visit the Science City. So this is all for the important questions. You can visit the website, or you can just download the Infinity app to attempt the whole quiz. Here's the button for the subscription. You can just click on the button to subscribe to our channel. If you have any feedback, any queries, just mention those in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and share the video as well. Thank you so much for watching the video.